Next 20 games, I think the Lakers are out of the playoffs, 4.5 back. Teams in front of them, I think, now are better and certainly more unified. With that, we go to New York City. First things first, you hear him on our show all the time, Chris Broussard via the Cowherd Global Satellite Network. Chris, I said this, LeBron's still a great player. But when you're on the stage and people are looking up at you, be it the Pope in St. Peter's Square, be it Tony Robbins, be it TED Talks, when you're on the stage and people are looking up at you, you're a leader. But the really engaging moment is when you step off the stage as a politician and you meet people eye to eye, in a selfie, in a high five, and a fist bump. LeBron's been on the stage for 12 years, and most of the time he has connected very well with teammates. You know, J.R. Smith's not a great player. He reached down. James Jones, one of his best buddies. I think, Chris, LeBron's had a bad year in leadership, where he's done too many star-driven projects. He's never come off the stage and connected with Luke, connected with some of the young players. That's just my takeaway. He's still a great player, great guy, but I don't think it's been a great LeBron leadership year. How's that land for you?
Well, Colin, I think the main difference between this year with LeBron and the previous 4, at least, has just been the winning. You know, there's different ways to lead a team. We can look at all of the guys, or a lot of them that we consider great leaders in the past, and the reason their leadership was good was because they won. Michael Jordan, we know he punched out Steve Kerr. We know he had issues with some teammates here and there. He told his teammates, don't pass the ball to Bill Cartwright. And Cartwright said, I'll break your legs if you ever say that again. You know, I mean, Kobe Bryant, I came on your couch and said, Kobe was a good leader. Why? He won 5 rings. Isaiah Thomas, he punched out Bill Laimbeer. Isaiah Thomas ran Adrian Dantley, a great player, out of town in Detroit and got his buddy Mark Aguirre there. I mean, LeBron had his drama in the past 4 years. I mean, yeah, there's some different things now, but let's not forget the cryptic tweets. Yeah. Let's not or Instagram, whatever it was. Let's not forget the issues with Kevin Love. Are you in, buying out, whatever it was he said. Kyrie Irving, David Blatt. I mean, LeBron's had this type of drama the past 4 years. The difference was they won. They got to the Eastern Conference, or they got to the finals, and they won 1 championship, so we looked at it as great leadership. Now he's doing similar things, some a little different, but similar things, and they're not going to make the playoffs. Yeah. So we're looking at it as, whoa. Michael Jordan's last season in Washington, Colin, I was there. I covered a lot of it for the New York Times. Those players who grew up idolizing MJ, they couldn't stand him by the time it was over. Why? He was the same MJ as he was in Chicago. The one difference was in Chicago, he's leading you to championships. In Washington, he wasn't quite good enough anymore to even get you in the playoffs.
Good stuff. Chris Broussard joining us. You know, you and I had this discussion a couple weeks ago, is that outside of Tom Brady, it all works the same way for even superstars. There's a domino effect. They have a big injury. They don't make the playoffs. Suddenly, they're off the front page. They're on page 3 of the sports section. So LeBron now, first major injury, not going to make the playoffs. Chris, if they don't land AD, is he on page 2 of the sports section?
Yes. I mean, there's no doubt about it. It's AD or bust for the Lakers. And even if they get AD, look, I'm not ever going to write LeBron James off right now as a guy that won't win another championship. But if you put a gun to my head, AD or not, and said, is LeBron James going to win another championship? Your life depends on it. I would say no, he's not. Now, that said, let me go here. I actually think LeBron could have a very successful run here with the Lakers. You see, he's still a great player, as you said. But this year, at least, he isn't able to dominate the game like he used to. Okay, his numbers are still what they always are. But he's not dominating the game, controlling the actual game like he has in the past. I think LeBron could use that for a good thing, because one of the strengths of his game and weaknesses of his game throughout his career has been that he does everything. I had a guy who won championships a few years ago tell me LeBron would win more rings if he just did one thing. Either be Magic Johnson at point guard and average 22 points and 12 assists, or be a small forward, a real small forward, and lead the league in scoring and get 9 or 10 rebounds. Because he does everything that makes it hard for players to play around him.
Right.
Not role players. Role players can't do much. So they need you to create everything for them and give them the ball and they can shoot it.
Yeah.
But other talented players, it's harder. So as he declines a little bit, why not go to a straight point guard, period? Or go to a straight small forward, period. And then it'll be easier for other players with talent to play around you, and maybe you could win more.
Yeah, by the way, this is a great point. As your skills decline, you can't do as many things well, then just zone in on the one thing you do well. Chris Broussard, very good point. Finally, Kyrie Irving is a great player. Okay, but something's not working, Chris, because Boston is worse with him on the floor. I just told Joy, when you get an Antonio Brown or a Kyrie, we know they're great. Generally, if they're struggling with what appears to be a great situation, there's a relationship issue in the building. We know Antonio Brown's was Big Ben. What is going on with Kyrie in that building, Chris? What do your sources say? Because he is an unhappy dude right now.
Yeah, he is. I have not been told of a poor relationship in the building. I've actually been told that off the court, his relationships with Jason Tatum, Terry Rozier are fine. I'm not saying they're bosom buddies, but they're fine. It's more the on-the-court chemistry. Remember last year in the playoffs, we talked about it, Colin. The team went from being Kyrie's to Brad Stevens' team. He was the superstar. Remember, Kyrie wasn't even there for, was it a Game 7 in the playoffs? It wasn't a good look. So you wonder, did that bother Kyrie? And we know that's been a source of the problems in Boston, is that the young guys feel like they went far without him, and do they really need him? And he sensed that because he said it repeatedly in the public. So that is bothering him right there. But I really think, too, Colin, that Kyrie has let the media criticism really deflate him. Yeah. If you look at before the All-Star game, there was a 6 or 7 game stretch where he averaged 30 points, 10 assists, led him to a 6-1 record and was looking fantastic. Like, he is taking over the team and they're winning. And then at the All-Star break, he's criticized because he and KD are in the hallway talking. Yeah. And he's, people make a big deal out of him staying on the court for KD's, MVP award session after the All-Star game. And he talked about how he hated that. And notice from that point on, his answers to the media have been small, clipped, basically no comments. You saw the clip you showed earlier, him walking in the arena saying, I won't miss this stuff when I'm done playing. So I think he's let this media criticism deflate him. He's got rabbit ears, kind of like Kevin Durant. And you wonder, both of those guys are talking about going to New York. It's worse in New York. So that's going to be interesting to see if that impacts their decision.
Chris Broussard, good seeing you, bud. Nice work today. Thanks. Hi, everybody. Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get the latest from the show. Also, be sure to check out more of the best clips from The Herd or go watch a few segments from other shows on FS1.